Here at the Araneta Coliseum in Quezon City, we have a special attraction for you right now. Let's bring out the fighters. Firstly from Thailand, here is Kittisak, Klinson.
ตอนเด็กชอบมวยไทยใช่โตขึ้นมาชอบมวยสากลมันท้าทายดีอยากลองมวยต่างประเทศอยากลองมวยใหญ่ๆกำลังแรงใจเชียร์ผม
I grew up around my grandfather. He was my hero, and I just wanted to be like him. I wanted to do whatever he did. So I'm proud to be representing the Philippines. I'm proud to be, representing Manila. I just have so many people out here that I know and love. I'm fighting the 29th, and I'm doing it for you guys. That's exactly what I mean. I'm doing it for the people of the Philippines. You have to make a statement on an event like this, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Manila, and it's all brought to you by Manny Pacquiao's Blow by Blow, the Philippine Sports Commission, and the IBA, International Boxing Association. We have a very special attraction that fits in perfectly with what we are celebrating tonight, the 50th anniversary of the Thrilla in Manila. This next contest is scheduled for 8 rounds, and it's in the middleweight division. Judges scoring this bout at ringside on a 10-point must system for Helio Garcia, Eduardo Nobleza, Noel Haduka. And when the bell rings, the third man in the ring, your referee in charge, Elmer Costillas. And now, let's introduce the fighters for you. Firstly, fighting out of the blue corner to my right, tonight wearing the silver with the multicolored stripes. He went in at 159.6 pounds. Fight record, 10 wins, 2 losses, 6 victories by knockout. He hails from Bangkok, Thailand. Here is Kittisak, Klinson. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner to my left tonight, wearing the black and silver. He is the grandson of Mohammad Ali. He went in at 159.6 pounds. Fight record, 11 wins, 2 losses, 5 victories by knockout. He hails from Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. Please give a warm Philippine welcome to Nico Ali Walsh. Once again, your referee in charge, Elmer Costillas, with the instruction.
Gentlemen, I would agree a good fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Okay, that's gloves. Good luck.
And we're all set for our next bout here for the Thrilla Manila 50th anniversary. Anthony Steyer together with the Dean, Kinito Henson, and also joining us, Andy Clark.
Well, Kittisak, taking a look at his record, he's won 6 of his last 7 fights. The 2 losses in his career were both by knockout, while Walsh, his 2 losses were on points. Let's see how Kittisak can deal with Nico Ali Walsh, coming in as a favorite in this fight.
Is there going to be a lot of pressure, Andy, here on Nico, because obviously 50th anniversary of the Thrilla Manila, a lot is expected of him here.
I think he's used to it now. I think he's been carrying that cross, if you like, from the
the start of his career. It's an interesting start to the fight, this though, because Klinson has caught him with a couple of right hands already, and there's definitely come to fight here. He's one of these fighters, Klinson, who, when you look at his record, it's difficult to know what you're going to get because he hasn't really boxed anyone, but he certainly seems up for it. I think this could be interesting.
Good movement on the part of Walsh, moving around his opponent, striking Kittisak with a right hand. Walsh fighting off the ropes.
You can see Ali taking the fight here to Kittisak early on.
He's spearing him with his left jab and then connecting with the right.
Nice left there by Kittisak.
Kittisak finding the mark with that overhand right. Walsh, however, moving around the ring well. If he's standing up, facing Kittisak straight up, he's getting hit. If he's moving around, then Kittisak becomes a target.
There's about a minute remaining in round number 1.
He doesn't really have any respect for Nico Ali Walsh's power, Kittisak, Klinson. You can see that from the way that he's just walking him down. So Ali Walsh is going to have to hit him hard on the way in to give him something to think about and get his respect, because Klinson, you can see it on his face. He's swaggering in, he wants to get close and then let that left hand overhand right go.
That's right, connecting there from Kittisak. Connects once again.
Walsh again to ropes. Excellent downstairs, upstairs attack on the part of Kittisak. Hitting the body of Walsh. Opening up the head of Walsh as a target for Kittisak.
A chance of Ali here for the crowd inside the Smart Manila Coliseum. Shades of some rope-a-dope here from Ali. That one was after the bell. He's going to get a warning for that one.
As I said, Kittisak had a way fight opponent to a little bit better, caught him quite clean on the way in. But if he's going to have a swing up with this guy, then he could be in trouble. I mean, I'd give that round to the blue corner, to be honest with you. I'd go Kittisak Klinson that first round.
Kinito, a while ago you saw the president.
That's right, the president right beside Manny Pacquiao president Bongbong Marcos is in the building beside Manny Pacquiao enjoying the action. I thought it was a good early few minutes of round number 1 for Walsh, and then Kittisak coming right back towards the end of that round. I would give Walsh a slight edge in that first round, although Kittisak had his moments late in that round.
So contrasting views here for the gentleman that I'm working with right now as we enter round number 2. We're scheduled for 8.
It's very clear that Walsh needs to be moving around. If he's standing up, going up against Kittisak, he becomes a target. Now he's alone. Now he's teeing off. But Kittisak is timing his punches. And again, Walsh using that space in the ring to move away from Kittisak. He's got to keep Kittisak's feet moving.
A nice connection there by Nico with the left. Seems like Nico likes to stay on the ropes.
He isn't using that out of the clock face of the ring, but he's picking his punches well in this round. When he was backed up to the ropes, he gave that ground, he wasn't really forced back, and he found a couple of uppercuts. And then we saw a nice solid jab as well. So I think he's getting to grips with Klinson here, using that lead hand. He's got to be careful of that overhand right. If he sits back into the ropes, then that overhand right is going to reach him.
Halfway gone through in round number 2.
Watch the power right hand of Kittisak. That's what he wants to unload. And that's also the reason why Walsh is moving towards the left side of Kittisak to avoid getting hit with that right hand.
That is the power hand of Kittisak. But now this time he's going the opposite direction. Under a minute here in round number 2. Pretty good action so far here, Andy.
It is. It's been good right from the very start. There's a left hand again there from Klinson. His punch out moves maybe just slowed a little bit in this second round because Walsh is giving him a bit more really getting behind him, and he raises that right glove. It's a difficult not to play to the crowd with anything.
It's nice to see that he's acknowledging the cheers of the crowd. But I can say that Kittisak, he's not intimidated whatsoever. It doesn't matter whether his opponent is the grandson of the great Muhammad Ali. He's here to fight. Kittisak is giving all he's got against Nico Ali Walsh.
And again, a late flurry here by Klinson to end round number 2.
Yes, pace to this. Isn't it good to watch?
So far, so good.
For your whole boxing. But this exchange of the round brought to you by the International Boxing Association. And watch this fast and furious exchange, a body attack of Kittisak. Digging that right hand to the side of the body of Nico Ali Walsh. And he's hoping to bring down that guard of Ali Walsh so the head is exposed. And then Kittisak can go upstairs with his right hand.
Round number 3 underway here.
Kittisak very aggressive, taking the fight to Nico Ali Walsh.
Just listening to the corner there at the start of the round, Ali Walsh's corner, they wanted to stay off the ropes. It's something that you picked up on in the previous round, Anthony. And really, it's one of these situations where as soon as he feels that bottom rope on the back of his calf, he needs to treat it like an electric fence. He needs to get away from there, because when he gets backed up, it's not like he isn't having his own success, but it suits his opponent.
And he is taking a lot of punishment on the ropes as well.
He's got to keep moving. He's got to stray away from that volume attack of Kittisak. And also he has to keep his hands moving.
You can see Nico being a little bit more effective in the middle of the ring, but here he is, right back to the ropes.
But you also notice that Kittisak has a difficult time finding a target if his target is moving. But once Nico Ali Walsh presents him a standing target, Kittisak is going to go on fire. That's exactly what's happening right now.
The uppercut's working well for Ali Walsh. He's landed it 3-4 times. We've seen the head snap back, and every now and again he'll turn that right hand into an uppercut. And I think that's there for him, because you look at the way he sets up Kittisak Klinson. He stoops over a bit, leaves his head in the bucket, as we used to say, and he can find that.
Kittisak going to both levels, going up high to the head and then changing and going to the body every now and then.
Walsh needs to turn this into a boxing match, not a slugging match. Kittisak is coming forward, always looking to fight inside, raining those bodies at his, those shots at the side of the body. Walsh needs his distance.
That's good from Walsh. He landed the jab, then the uppercut, and rolls and rolls on the ropes, stayed out of the way, and then just reclaimed the centre of the ring. And he needs to keep the centre of the ring now. It's what we've been saying, isn't it? Because that was good stuff.
Under 25 seconds remaining here in round number 3. It's been a thrilling match so far.
That jab of Ali Walsh, that's important. He needs to keep pumping that jab to keep away from Kittisak. Kittisak just comes forward. There he goes again. Walsh needs to bring the fight closer to the center of the ring so he can move around and use that space and move away from Kittisak.
As we got the Thrilla hit of the quarter, brought to you by the Smart Araneta Coliseum. We'll take a break. We'll be back for more action in a bit. Welcome to round number 4. Thrilla in Manila. It's Nico Ali Walsh up against Kittisak Klinson. But in the
previous round, we saw Ali Walsh using some alley tactics just to get the crowd on his side even more. But he's got to fight a very smart fight against Kittisak, who seems to be a brawler, packs a lot of power behind his punches. Now he's bringing the fight to the center of the ring. That's where he needs to be. And he needs to throw that jab consistently.
It's interesting watching what Kittisak's doing this round because he's keeping it on the outside more. He's looking to pop that jab, and that's allowing Ali Walsh to reclaim the centre of the ring a bit. I think he's running out of steam, maybe. Klinson, because he's put a lot into those opening 3 rounds, hasn't he? Or maybe he's just trying to nick a bit of a rest this round because his tactics have changed completely.
It's an adjustment that he's testing. Whereas in the previous rounds, he was pushing forward and moving Ali Walsh close to the ropes. Now he's allowing Ali Walsh to fight with distance and at the center of the ring. Let's see how this plays out now. This adjustment on the part of Kittisak. You're right, Andy. It could also be a conservation of energy on the part of Kittisak. And it's an opportunity for Ali Walsh to show what he can do as a boxer.
Right left, you got that space, you got fucking jab of the body.
But this is good from Kittisak. That jab's good because he flicks it up from the waist. It travels a long way, gets some good pop and power on it. And he's winning this round with it at the minute because he's throwing it. And Nico Ali Walsh is just waiting a bit too long.
This is a very different Kittisak from what we saw in the previous rounds. He's not aggressive. He's not coming forward. He might be looking to counterpunch. It's almost as though he's baiting Ali Walsh to counterpunch so he can throw.
Under 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Surprisingly, these two gentlemen in the middle of the ring.
That's what we've seen in this round. And there goes that jab again. It bursts up into the eye line because he holds that lead left hand low. A complete change of style, which I think has maybe confused Nico Ali Walsh a bit as we head up to the halfway stage. This is close. The final 4 rounds, definitely.
Not a very eventful round, as Kittisak has changed his tactics here.
That might have just counted right before the bet. To be smarter than at a Coliseum as we see the counter of the round.
And I thought in that round, with the adjustment in the tactics of Kittisak fighting in the middle of the ring, I thought he looked to counter. Tried to change his tactics from what he did in the previous rounds. Now remember that Nico Ali Walsh's mother Rashida is watching. She's at ringside along with his father Bob Walsh.
The entire family is here to support him. Do you think Kittisak is starting to tire out here, Andy?
He might be in that previous round, and that was possibly why he switched tactics up and pretty much the same way in the fifth as he did in the fourth. But I thought he had a good round in that fourth round. He threw the jab plenty. He got a good sting on it. He found the target more often than he didn't. Not always completely clean, but we've got a really interesting fight on the hands here because it's not often that somebody comes at you in the way that he did, and Ali Walsh would have started to get used to that. And now you've got to deal with something completely different, so this is a big test for him. It's a close fight.
Ali Walsh needs to keep busy. Shot to the body by Ali Walsh. He needs to stay busy. He's got to keep pumping that jab. Throw off Kittisak.
absolutely right. He needs to up the pace here. He needs to put it on him and make him find at a pace that he doesn't want to, because just looking at him there, these are effort punches now he's throwing, isn't he? Off the outside and throw that one too. That's a good right hand into the body. He's still dangerous, but I think if he puts his foot down a bit here, Ali Walsh, he can make it uncomfortable for us.
I think the fight is laid out for Ali Walsh to win. The way Kittisak has changed his tactics, and it's really up to Ali Walsh whether he can step up to the plate and show what he can do. Right now, he's not being aggressive. He's not busy enough. The fight's in the center of the ring. He's tempering that jab, throwing shots to the body.
Grab it. Step up.
So action has slowed down as a result.
Final seconds of the fifth round.
And it's almost as if Kittisak is inviting Ali Walsh, come in. You know, the door is open. End of that round, Kittisak waving. That connection was solid on the part of Kittisak. A clean shot scored by the Thailander.
As we now enter round number 6, we are scheduled for 8.
Ali Walsh is doing a lot of posturing at this stage. He should concentrate on fighting and taking the fight to Kittisak.
And I agree with you. He needs to be first a bit more, doesn't he?
And the way I see it, Kittisak is actually opening the door for Ali Walsh to take this fight away from him. Because he's completely a chase fighter starting the third round.
Makes you wonder why the change of strategy.
It does. I think it is related to the pace of it. He put an awful lot into it in those first few rounds, and I think maybe he realised that he didn't have it in the tank to keep doing it. I don't know how much notice he's had for this fight as well. That's another thing you need to take into account. That it's a smart move by him, because it's actually worked pretty well for him what he's doing. He's affording Ali Walsh more time, but Ali Walsh isn't necessarily taking advantage of it. He just needs to get his feet a bit closer than Nico. When he moves in, he really needs to commit.
Kittisak throwing that left jab. He's not throwing that right, which was his big weapon in the previous rounds. He's not pressing the attack. He's not pushing Ali Walsh against the ropes.
Well, Nico now trying to unload a little bit more.
There's a left hand coming from Nico Walsh. He's got to use that jab to set up the right hand.
But he's just beginning to push Kittisak Klinson back a bit here. There was a left hand to the body about 20 seconds ago, and I think he felt it. I think the opponent felt it, and the corner were just urging Ali Walsh on, to push him back, let his hands go more.
You also notice that Ali Walsh doesn't have the legs that he showed in the previous rounds. He's now fighting him straight up. That's the end of the round.
You just look at Kittisak Klinson there. He's got his arms up above his head. He's trying to get that air in, isn't he? He is feeling this. As I said, he's feeling this, and I think they just maybe need to light a little bit of a fire underneath him, the man we're looking at here in the final 2 rounds, and tell him to go and get this. Tell him to make sure. But hurt him to the body, and he started to push him back, and he's got to set that tempo high now for the next 6 minutes and finish strong. If he closes strong here, then he's got this.
Some body shots exchanged by both fighters in the end fighting. Let's hope that Kittisak can Walsh not showing too much respect for the Ali name in this fight. I mean, he's out here to win. He's got to show it.
Round number 7. And again, they're right back in the center of the ring.
Stop watching.
Well, back in the day, Muhammad Ali showed speed, showed power. He showed masterclass inside that ring with his boxing ability, his punching power.
Kittisak complaining, and the referee acknowledged it. That's quite surprising.
And the crowd reacting.
I think you probably did catch him.
Protest.
I think you probably did catch him a little bit round the back of the head, but they've both been at it at times. It was incidental. He's really digging his toes in here, Kittisak Klinson, because I think he knows that there's maybe not too much left, and when that's the case, fighters tend to fight in bursts, really put in concerted bursts, and then see if they can just find a little bit of room. And as we were saying, Walsh has got to stay on him here.
Both fighters are exchanging in the middle of the ring. And as we said earlier, I think Walsh needs his distance. And another protest coming from Kittisak.
That time, Nico doesn't agree.
Now, I think there's a touch of gamesmanship here. I think he's trying to use the referee a bit here. So Klinson and Ali Walsh is kind of taunting him a little bit there. And that's another sign that a fighter is feeling the pace and you're looking to try and find your way through it and throw your opponent off. He needs to ignore all of that Ali Walsh and just stick it on him, get on the front foot, give it to him.
And one thing for sure, the crowd is getting entertained. The showmanship being shown. Both these fighters.
Stop watching. Ready. Box.
Approaching the final minute of round 7.
What you notice also is Kittisak's speed has really taken a step back. You don't see the hand speed that he showed in the first 2 rounds. He's clearly slowed down. And for Ali Walsh, he just needs to take advantage of the situation.
Well, Kittisak right now is trying to go into his bullying tactics.
It's really interesting watching how he's gone about this, because I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't had that much notice for this fight. And 8 rounds is quite a lot to take on if you've not been in full training camp, because he started quick to put a marker down in those first few rounds, then changed tactics to try and conserve a bit of energy, and now he's running out of gas, but he's fighting it hard, isn't he? He's digging in here.
Throw him one punch at a time. Combinations are gone from the point of attack of Kittisak. Kittisak also playing to the crowd.
One more round coming up here for these 2 gentlemen. The tank, quick break. Round number 8 is underway here. But it's now or never here for Kittisak.
The way things are going, Ali Walsh will win this on points. Again, playing to the front, and so is Kittisak. But you know, the fans want to watch some boxing. Not these showman tactics, but they're getting entertained just the same.
I don't think either one of these 2 could afford to be doing that, because I don't think there's a lot in this fight. I don't think there's a lot in this fight at all. There's been some close rounds here. He started quick, Kittisak Klinson. In that first round, I thought Nico Ali was adjusted pretty well rounds 2 and 3 after that, but when he changed tactics, Kittisak Klinson, it took Ali Walsh a little bit of time to adjust to it, and he has looked like he's running out of gas, but as we've been saying, he's dug in. And Ali Walsh, for me, could have done more in these last couple of rounds.
Good connections there by Ali Walsh from the inside. You can see that the energy level of Kittisak is ebbing. And Ali Walsh, he feels he can win this fight amazingly.
Bit of a flurry there coming from Nico.
It's that jab right hand and then he just falls in and grabs hold, and that's not a bad idea when you get towards the tail end of the fight. It's difficult to counter.
But the volume of punches here from Kittisak has really gone down.
There's the crowd behind him. The fans are shouting, Ali, Ali. And Walsh wants to let his man go. He should have. The fans have been waiting to watch them. They're saying, Rory Sanchez, throw down Ali Walsh.
An MMA takedown there from Kittisak.
And Kittisak is saying that his opponent is stopping.
That was good from Ali Walsh. Some good combinations. I would like to have seen it a bit earlier. The bell goes at the end of the fight. It's a good fight, that. Really, really good fight to watch. Kittisak Klinson celebrating that right glove in the air.
And the smiles all over. You see the smile on the face of the president, Bongbong Marcos. His wife, First Lady Lisa. And you see former Senator Mar Rojas also in the building. That's Joe Frazier Jr. I had a chance to speak with him at the gala dinner last night. And he said his main concern, his main focus now is being a spiritual counselor. And he also runs a promotions company involved in events like boxing. Take a look at some of the action. The combo of the night.
That's brought to you by the International Boxing Association. That exchange brought the crowd to its feet, and so did this alley shuffle. He got tagged on the way in, though.
He did get tagged on the way in, but it didn't really matter, did it? He walked through it, he got to his man, and then he set about him. And I would like to have seen him do that earlier. I'm just looking at Rashida Ali in the front row away to our right-hand side. She's not looking too comfortable.
Even as he got tagged, as he tagged
The scorecards. Ali Walsh himself. And Kittisak Klinson tied 50 years ago. There's Rashida and Bob.
he's got to work on his ability to throw combinations and what a little his grandfather left behind.
Let's now send it to the center of the ring, Ted Lerner.
Manila, after 8 rounds in the middleweight division, we go to the scorecards. Judge Virgilio Garcia sees about 77-75 for Klinson. Judge Noel Haduka sees about 76-76. And Judge Eduardo Nobleza sees about 76-76. This fight is a majority draw.
Wow, what a result. Not the result I expect.
Majority
Your thoughts?
draw.
I think that's fair. I didn't think there was much in that fight at all. I think at halfway it was pretty much level. And in the second half of the fight, I think the opportunity was there for Nico Ali Walsh to take it away from Klinson. But Klinson just dug in. He kept
I know it's a draw.
going, and I thought Ali Walsh
I want to give you the
just waited a
microphone
little
because your
bit too
grandfather
long.
fought in this
I'm happy
very
with the
ring
draw. I think
50 years
something
ago, and I think the crowd
You
here
don't
would
want
like
to
to
see a
hear
winner.
from you.
I thought Ali Walsh.
First off, I want to say, Alhamdulillah, God is the greatest. So thank you, God, for this opportunity. That's number one. But secondly, I want to thank every single person in this arena. Thank you so much for coming out. You guys are amazing. The Filipino fans are amazing. Thank you to the judges. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the referee. Thank you to my opponent. Thank you, Umar Kremlev, Pacquiao, Mr. President. Thank you guys so much. And I want to, of course, I got to thank my family, my parents, Amer, my coaches, Fernando Diaz and Jamie Belt. But I wouldn't be here today if not for God and my grandfather. So I want to thank my grandfather for putting on an amazing show 50 years ago in this arena. Thank you guys for having me, and I hope to be back soon. Thank you guys so much. I don't agree with the decision, but I know you guys saw the real victor tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You guys are the best. You guys have great
Still a lot of work to be done in the
Ladies
gym
and
for
gentlemen,
Walsh. I think he might be good
Nico
enough.
Ali
That fight is
Walsh. And by the way, let's give a round of applause
rounds and
to
allowed,
our fighter
Ali
from
Walsh to
Thailand,
fight his